Hello guys and welcome to Hakman Traders. In this video I'm going to be showing to you what is momentum, how to use momentum while trading in the stock market. So let's get started. Now momentum is something that we define as a body in motion will continue its motion until it is disturbed by some external forces. You all might agree to that, and the same is true with this stock as well. It continued its uptrend until it is disturbed by some external forces at these levels. So what happened was the it was going straight. It was going as an uptrend in the it was going in the upward direction, but at these levels something happened that it disturbed the upward motion. You can see from the momentum as well down. This is the momentum chart. How to now to better understand this, you can see that the prices were lower at these levels but the momentum moved high. Now at these levels something happened that disturbed the momentum. Now momentum is something that how far the buyers and the sellers are willing to push the market in the upward to an uptrend or a downtrend. Now this is all about that. Mm, this is all about true momentum is something that moves in in the same direction, either upward or downward. Now at these levels the trend was upward but the momentum was in a side trend for a quite a long period of time, until at this level it changed its course and moved upward. So for these areas it was trading in a side trend. Now at these levels it moved up. To better understand this, momentum is the the motion of the trend which the investors give to a particular stock. Now this is now this is my definition according to this is my definition on the momentum, how to trade stocks on momentum. Now at these levels, as you can see that the stock was rising, so does the momentum. The stocks fall, so does the momentum, and the momentum falls much more as compared to the stocks. Take a clear look at this level. There was a double top at this point. So in this case the momentum was not the same. It did not form a double top. Instead it a large drop. It dropped largely and then it moved slowly, and then the momentum trades like this. So so whenever these type of things happen, it means that the sellers are much stronger than the buyers. So the the larger the price, the larger the momentum. Sometimes what happens is it is directly proportional and indirectly it depends on the mood of the investors, how they react to it. Sometimes the momentum is greater than the price and the price is much lower. So in this case the price does not matter much but the momentum moves much more in the downside direction. It means that more sellers were pushing the market in the downward direction but the buyers kept it in the upward direction, in an uptrend. So overall the market was in uptrend, but at this level the market dropped. The sellers won, the bears won the fight, and then they turned the market into a bearish at this level. So so at this case what you will have to do is you will recognize, you will also have to, besides momentum, you will also have to use different indicators to show you how far the market will be pushed to the downside or the upside. So in this case you will have to define those as well, and define your entry and exit points. What are your entry and exit points in this case? So in this case, if you want to say that if you want to trade according to momentum, you will have to see the momentum. You take a clear look at this level. The price was much smaller but the momentum was great. Again the price was small but the momentum made a big move to the upside, and then it trades sideways. So in these cases you can buy and hold your position. You can buy stocks and hold your position until it is turned into an uptrend. As you can see that momentum overall was the same at these levels. You can use the same method of the RSI as well. You can plot this level as your support level, and then trade accordingly with it. So overall in this case the market moved upward, and then at these levels, when the momentum most of the time shows price fluctuation of how far the prices can come down, can be pushed to the downside, so in this case, as you can see, that the prices were upward but the momentum was down. So in this case, as the momentum was showing bearishness, so it is a great time to sell your stocks at these levels, because who knows how far the market will be pushed to the downside, how soon the market will turn into a bearish, to from, to turn from bullish to bearish. So you will have to keep this in mind and be careful and keep an eye, be careful of these indications, and beware of these indications that how far the market will be pushed to the downside. So, and momentum, as you can see, momentum, it is pushed to the upside, a huge push. Beside this, the prices moved much higher than than this momentum pushed. In this case, right at this level, the price dropped significantly and then it moved upward. So this was a gradual, a minor drop by the sellers, because some of them were stepping out of the markets. They might think that this is a price too high, the stock might drop, so they step out of the market and let the stock trade in the upward direction. So in this case, it did trade in to the upside, and then as the you can see that the drop of the momentum was much greater than this drop, because um, the price fluctuation was not much more, as uh, the, the prices did not the drop of the prices was not more, but the movement, but the downside pressure was much greater as compared to the downside pressure of the prices. So in this case, the prices did not drop too far, but the momentum did, and it did too far. Beside that, you will also have to compare that with volume. In this case, there was a much higher buy volume, but in this case, lower buy volume, as this drops by a little amount, much more lower amount. Then again, a fight between the bulls and the bears, but the bulls won, and they pushed the market to the upside. So in this case, it is a great time to sell your stock at these levels whenever it shows signs that the market is now bullish. You will also have to keep an eye on the candlesticks as well. After that, the market dropped, but again the market went up. This drop was much more as compared to the candlesticks. The momentum might show you that the momentum might show you sometimes no sorry the momentum shows you true evidence. It gives you a hint of how the market participants are reacting to the trend. So you'll have to be aware of that trend, how they are reacting to this trend, how whether they are pushing the market to the upside or downside. So in this case, they pushed the market to the downside. It went up. The prices were the same at the exact area. They were the same, and then the momentum dropped significantly at these levels. Then again up. This time, this area, you can see, this did not matter too much in the did not matter too much, as you can see that there were low prices at these levels, but the momentum was greater, so the upside pressure was greater, and then the market moved upward. So it traded like this, and now at these levels the downside pressure was greater, so we will have to wait for it to show us upside pressure. So in this case, you will also have to keep an eye on compare all three of those, the volume, the momentum, and all three of those, how they are doing. So in this case, the market moved upward, so it is a great bullish sign. But there's also a possibility. What also happened, that the market became bearish. So in this case, so it shows that. So now you can see this is a great resistance level. I said in the earlier of this video that you will also have to use some indicators as well. So in this case, it was a resistance level as well, and the prices resist, so they dropped significantly, and